bgog999@hotmail.com. That's it. It'll be in the thumbnail anyway. bgog999@hotmail.com. That's the email, folks, you need to look into and send me a message on if you'd like to be the first or one of the first few to do that little Q&A or whatever discussion that we mentioned on here yesterday. I'm really keen on it, honestly. The more I think about it, the more I think it'll go really well. If you haven't seen the video yesterday, I've come up with this idea. I've never seen anybody else do it on YouTube. Anybody. I'm not doing those lives where I talk on here and you send messages through and I read them back into you and we have a bit of interaction. I'm not clever enough for it. I'm a bit of a technophobe and I'm pretty crap. But I've come up with this idea of where I'd like to speak to various people that visit the site from time to time or visit it regularly and discuss anything in the world that interests them. It can be any people, sports people, media people, it could be political parties, it could be religions, it could be issues they've had in their lives thus far, it can be inspirational people that they look up to, it can be absolutely anything. It can be subjects that they like, it can be horse racing, it can be football, it can be movies, it can be disco music, it can be absolutely anything whatsoever. And my idea is I'm going to spend 10 to 20 or maximum probably 30 minutes with them, speaking to them, probably over using my phone and their phone and a dictaphone and asking a few questions, getting a bit on tape for, as I say, between 10 and 30 minutes, and then a day or two later, playing it on here. That way, some of you people that follow the channel will become a bigger part of the channel. You'll have a bigger input into it. And I think it'll be really interesting. And I think certain subscribers and certain people that visit the channel from time to time will like to hear stories or thoughts from other subscribers and other people that, you know, they may come across in the chat and comment sections. I think it'll open the channel up in a different way. And as I say, I've never come across anybody doing it before on another channel. I think it could be really good. It's just somebody being brave enough to take the move and be the first one. But listen, the way it'll work is this. You'll send me an email, nobody else will see it. I will then either email you or ring you, depending on whether you want an email initially or a phone call. We'll work out the phone call at a time to suit us both. We'll have an informal chat for 5 minutes and discuss what we might be discussing in the thing that we're going to air on here. And then we'll work out a time to give you a call. We'll have our phone lines open. I'll have a dictaphone on record. And we'll just talk for anything between sort of 10 and 30 minutes. And we'll wrap it up. And then we'll put it on the site a day or two later. I've got an idea of maybe doing one 3 times a week. Maybe a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday night. And we'll do it as a premiere so people can see it's going to happen. So people are ready for it. And I think for all it'll start very slow. I mean, don't worry about it. I mean, the first one I might only get 10, 20, 30 people listening to it. That is because not many people visit my site through YouTube. They have to kick it to lots and lots and lots of people for it to be shown and pushed to others. But I think as the channel grows in numbers and as we get clever with it, I mean, like one of the cleverer ways of it, and it's I've already thought this, but I thought this late last night before I aired the video yesterday. I only thought of this last night, well after the video, in fact, not before, is if I got somebody that's on the horse racing side of things, not that has to be horse racing, but somebody from Mickey's channel, because I've got a few following the channel here, somebody like that would be ideal, because they'd come on here, you probably put in Mickey's comment sections that you're doing something on a live video where you get to know me better or whatever else, and they'd come and listen to it, and we tried to get them all to listen at the same time, because if we had it, let's say for argument's sake, on a Wednesday night at 7:15, and everybody tuned in at 7:15, if we had 200 or 300 people listening at 7:15, and everybody gave it a thumbs up and listened to it for 5 or 6 minutes, YouTube will push it to lots and lots of people then, I would imagine, because there's lots of thumbs up and people are watching at the same time. That's how it gets to more people. People out there that don't know this channel exists will think, wait a minute, what's this that people are listening to? They'll jump on board. Some will like it and like the concept of what we're doing with that. We'll get more subscribers, which means the next time we do another person and we chat with them, more will tune in and listen because they'll wait for the series. I think it'll be really good. It doesn't have to be anyone from Mickey's. I'm just saying that something like that would obviously help, because I think we'd get more listeners straight away because they'd have many followers on another site, so they'd want to listen to what you have to say. But also, what we'll do with people, we don't have to use a proper name. We don't have to use we'll use a first name. It can be a false name. It can be your real first name. We don't have to use a surname. We don't have to say wherever you come from or whatever you do. I mean, what we say on here will be up to you. So you can keep that cloak of secrecy if you want to. But anyway, I'm really keen on giving it a go. I've not even looked for the dictaphone yet. I'm going to do it later today, but I'm sure it's still there. And if it isn't, it'll probably need batteries, as I say, in a new tape. But if it isn't, I'll just buy another. But I think it's something we could do, say, 3 days a week. And I think it'd be something really different for the channel. Certainly something I've never done before. Certainly something I've never heard before on anybody else's channel. And certainly something that if I was just channel hopping and I came across this on anybody else's channel and it was 2 people and they were discussing any kind of subject, especially if it was a subject that interested me, I thought, well, I'll listen to that. That's different. I've never heard of anything like this before. And I don't know, I think it'd be really, really interesting. So, the offer's there, folks. Anybody that may be interested, you don't have to be first, you could be second, third, fourth. Just drop me an email and on that email address, the channel email address. Nobody else will see it by me. Nobody at all. I can message you back and we can take things from there. The offer's there. We just need somebody to be brave enough to be the first, and then somebody to be the second, and then the third. Then thereafter, once it's been done 2 or 3 times, I think many more people will feel more comfortable and be happy to jump on board. But as I say, we can discuss anything, any subject, anything that you can think of, we can discuss. Or we might not discuss, you just may talk, and I will listen in the main. You know, and no doubt there'll be subjects that we'll discuss or talk about that I know nothing about. But I can ask questions on that subject. When, you know, you could be doing questions on the Great Sewing Bee or the Great British Bake Off or whatever. And as we're going on, I'll ask questions on behalf of the listeners that may be listening further down the line. And I think it'll be good. So come on, somebody be brave enough. Give it a go. Let's see if we can get it off the ground. Because if we can, I think it's something that will fly. I think it'll do really, really well. And I look forward to that 3 times a week. I really would.